Hey everybody, and welcome to the House Blowing Reviews channel where you can get your physical game analyzed. And you are about to watch a video of a review I did of our friend Kristen Anderson. So I hope you guys like it.
Look who we have, Kristen Anderson. How we doing? Well, it's Brad, and I want to thank you for sending in your video. You said that you are working on hooking the ball and trying to hit your target consistently, and aren't we all? But if you're wanting to learn how to hook the ball, I would suggest, so let's see where you lined your feet up. So I would suggest anytime you want to learn how to hook the ball, I'm assuming you want to learn how to play farther left. That would be cool. Some people call it having a nosebleed, but you almost have to challenge yourself to get your feet a little bit farther left. So next time you go practice, just try and get, I can actually draw lines, which is kind of cool. Try and get like over in this direction. Maybe that's a little bit too far left, but like over here. It's kind of weird and it's kind of scary, and most people don't like to play that far left because they think, oh, well, I don't have the rev rate to get it back, or that's kind of it, right? I don't have rev rate to get it back, but really, that's kind of a skewed way of thinking about it, and I want you to think of it as a different way. You don't necessarily need rev rate to get the ball to hook a lot. What you do need is slow ball speed, right? You could have only a couple revs on the ball, but if the ball speed is slow enough, now it may need to be 2 mile an hour, 3 mile an hour, but you can always throw it slower if you want the ball to hook more. And it's extreme, and you probably shouldn't use these speeds in like a competition mode, especially in the higher levels. But if you want to throw the ball like 7 or 8 mile an hour, like that's pretty slow. That's probably half as slow as you threw it in this video. You always can, and that the speed factor is the most important factor in hooking the ball, and not necessarily rev rate. Rev rate can help in a lot of ways, but mostly if you can get your speed down and get a little kind of your own little style going on how you particularly hook the ball, that would be great. And I want to show you a couple things that could maybe help you. So if we and I'm not. We could analyze your footwork a little bit, but I just want to teach you the basics on how to hook a bowling ball. I think they're important. So, when you go to release the ball, I want to show you kind of what happens. So, you go to release it, and your hand goes around the side, right? You're kind of spinning it like a helicopter in a way. Now, it's hard to see in this video, like if we like slow it down enough, but your follow through is very fast. It so fast. I'll show you. Watch as you're after your follow through. Watch what happens to your arm. It's almost like a yo-yo. It's almost like a bouncy ball. It bounces up and down a lot, and that is caused by force. But we'll start boom, 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 boom. Like it goes up and down a lot, and that's because when you release the ball, you forced it. You forced your follow through up, which causes it to go down, which causes it to go up, which causes it to go down. And it gets smaller each time. But here, we'll watch it again real quick. If we can get. Yes. Okay. So follow through. Whoop, whoop, up, down, up, down. So it keeps moving. Now, I'm sure you've seen some bowlers have a follow through where they they almost stick the landing, so to speak. So the follow through goes up and it stays there and it's very in control. Now, in order to do that, I want you to take almost the effort that you put into your follow through, and it's hard to feel because it's you're subconsciously forcing your follow through, but I want you to almost take that effort out, and that will allow you to do two things. It'll soften your ball speed up a little bit to allow you to play over in these areas of the lane over here on the left side, and And it will also allow you time to get your hand in a different location. So right now, your hand, as you release it, goes around the ball, as we can see right there, and your hand is completely on top of the ball. Now, those are two bad recipes for hooking the ball. We want our hand. Can I zoom in here? No, I don't think I can. We want our hand almost behind it and under it. That gives you the most control for hooking a bowling ball. But in order to get your hand into that spot, you have to soften up your follow through so that your body has time to change the hand position, if that makes any sense. The fact that you're forcing your follow through means you're basically just bypassing any time your brain has to put your hand in a good position, which is behind and more under it. And so once those two things happen, once you have a softer follow through, that will allow you to work on getting your hand a little bit more under the ball and behind the ball. And then you will immediately figure out, once you soften up your follow through, that the ball will come off your fingertips more. So right now they kind of just slip off and your hand comes over the top, and your fingers don't really do much because your hand's sitting on top and gravity is taking the ball and it's not coming off your fingers very well. Well, when the follow through softens up, you'll feel it off your fingers. You'll have more time to put a few more revs on the ball, and it should become known immediately that it should be a little bit easier to hook the ball. And then once you get your hand a little bit more under it at the release, you'll really feel it off your fingertips, and two things will happen. You'll definitely be able to play on the left side of the lane, and for two, you should be able to get a consistent roll with a pretty consistent ball speed. And just a reminder, two things need to happen: a soft follow through. So we don't want a whole lot of bouncing going on in the follow through. We want it to be pretty still after you throw the shot. So imagine you throw the shot, and then when you follow through, your follow through almost stays there. That's how. And if you think about it, if it's a forced follow through, it's hard for you to control it. It's harder for you to control it as if it was a very relaxed follow through. So we'll play through one more time. Follow through, and then we would like the follow through to stay up, so that way it doesn't bounce around and bounce up and down. So follow through, stay up. We want it to stay up, and it helps you keep it up if it's a much more relaxed way of throwing it. That will also allow you more time to get your hand in a good spot, and also allow the ball more time to hook. So I hope that makes sense. And if it doesn't, make sure you send us a note, and then of what you're struggling on, and then maybe we can clear that up a little bit. But I hope that's clear. Two things that need to happen: slower ball speed will help you hook the bowling ball, and you can go pretty slow. There's no minimum requirement for a ball to strike. You can throw it 8 mile an hour and still strike. And if that helps you really hook the ball, then by all means drop down into those ball speeds. And then two, your hand a little bit under the ball would go a long way. You'll feel it off your fingers more, and both of those things are two really key components when it comes to hooking the ball. So Kristen, I want to thank you for sending your video, and as always, thank you for all the support. It's been a lot of fun. So, and also nice shirt in this video. So, okay, Kristen, thanks again.
All right, so I hope you guys like that. And again, I know I preach a lot, but hooking the ball becomes much easier once you start putting a lot less effort into the shot. And it's hard to trust that the ball's actually still going to go down the lane, but it will. And you will find that actually curving the ball and giving it more time is a big tool to use. So thank you, Kristen Anderson. Hope you guys have a good day.